2020 has been a very interesting year for gaming in general, not the least of which is because of the fad games that have been taking over the communities of the world because of their desire to go and interact with people without being able to fully, interact with people. There was Fall Guys, Genshin Impact, Animal Crossing New Horizons, and of course, Among Us. Now, the game that actually came out years ago has found new life in 2020, and people are not only loving the game, they're loving hacking it and modding it to make it even more fun. So, allow us to show you the top 8 Among Us hacks. Be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Number 8, the 100 player hack. Among Us can be played with only a handful of players, but it is better if it's in a group. After all, with one of you being the imposter, the tension builds up the more people there are. At max in a normal game, you can find yourself playing with 10 people, which will give you plenty of drama and fun as you go around doing tasks and trying to keep an eye out for a killer. However, if you're looking to amp up the fun and the player count is there, a PC mod that'll let you go and do games with 100 people. Yes, that means there will be 100 space-suited entities walking around the bases of the game, and you have to figure out which of these 100 people are the imposter. The fun of this mod kind of speaks for itself, as it's going to be chaotic to try to survive the imposter when so many people are around and there's no way you're going to be able to hear 100 stories, before your time runs out and you need to continue with all the tasks. But that in turn kind of makes it more fun, because if you're not able to see things clearly immediately, the tension automatically is going to get ramped up, and if you can't see where everyone is and who looks suspicious and so on and so forth. Again, this mod is only for the PC, but it is one of the most popular and infamous ones around, so don't be afraid to look it up and see where it lands you. Number 7, the Imposter Mod. As noted, Among Us is a very simple game that focuses on a crew where one of them is an imposter. Basically, the group as a whole has to go and fix things around the ship or the base that you're in, and while you do that, one imposter will be doing the same, while also sabotaging your efforts and killing off crew members. It is a fun thing to be an imposter because you need to be careful with how you go about doing things so that you don't go and expose yourself too quickly or get caught in the middle of killing someone. For many, the best part about Among Us is being the imposter and seeing if you can outwit and outlast everyone, just like Survivor, and revealing to the world that you were in fact the imposter. But with the randomness of who gets selected as imposter, you can't always guarantee that it's going to happen. As such, one mod will go and let you be the imposter every single time if you want it to. Now granted, there is some risk in this one, as it all but guarantees that someone will realize eventually that you're always the imposter, so it'll be wise to go and jump from game to game after a while. But for the sheer fun of screwing with everyone and watching them suffer as you get them all one by one, yeah, this mod is the best. Number 6, Random Colors Mod. One of the more nuanced elements of the game Among Us is that every crew member is a different color, and that plays a big role because you are trying to remember who is where and when, and it's easy to remember colors. So much so that while playing the game, some people will refer to themselves or others by the color names and nothing else. But it can get stale after a while to just be blue or green or pink or black, etc. So, when it comes to the Random Colors mod, you'll be able to create a unique palette of colors by turning yourself into a rainbow-colored crewman. Does it really affect the game all that much? Not really, but hey, it's still really cool, and to be honest, since it doesn't hurt the game overall, why don't you go and stand out from the crowd? Where's the harm in that? Exactly, and it's not sus at all. Totally, definitely not sus to be a rainbow-colored crewman. No one would, think that at all. Number 5, always know the imposter. Now at first, this particular mod may seem like cheating. After all, the point of the game is to figure out the imposter, not just know who the imposter is outright. However, there are certain elements here that need to be acknowledged. First of all, you can basically play a different game now that you'll always know who the imposter is via this mod. So in short, instead of trying to figure out who the imposter is, your mission now is to just stay alive, but to convince the others in your squad that you really do know who is the imposter. That kind of changes the dynamic, don't you think? Because now, instead of a mystery game, if you will, you're playing a survival title where you need to get the people to believe you about the imposter before the imposter comes after you to try to silence you. Which leads to the other benefit of the mod, because if you are unable to go and eject the imposter, you can be wary of when they come around you and beat it out of there if they get too close. Now sure, this isn't a mod everyone will want, but if you're looking to spice things up a bit, this will definitely help. Number 4, see the ghosts. Here's another one that might seem like cheating, but it can easily change your experience depending on which side you're on. By using this hack, you'll be able to go and see the ghosts of your fallen crewmates throughout the game. As you do, you'll be able to get new information that could easily help you figure out the imposter's identity if you are able to piece the clues together. Or if you're selected as the imposter, by seeing the ghost, you'll honestly have even more of an advantage over the crew, making it more fun as you dupe them into thinking you're one of them. And remember the golden rule, it's only cheating if you get caught. Number 3, the cooldown. One of the things that makes Among Us so fun is that there honestly is a balance between the powers and abilities of the imposter. Sure, they can go through vents and get around the base or ship faster than others, but when it comes to killing, they have limitations. Mainly in that once you kill a crewmate, you have a cooldown that you have to adhere to before you can go and make another kill. This is important because if you kill a person at the wrong time and someone sees you, you won't be able to kill them before doing a report. However, with this hack, you'll be able to just eliminate the waiting period to kill someone. Yep, you will be able to go on a killing spree in record time. Cheating? Is it cheating? Well, yeah, but you're the imposter, so what do you care about cheating? Number 2, the unlock hack. While Among Us technically is an older game, it has grown in popularity so much that pets and skins are now in the game so that you can change up your looks and dynamic and just have a bit more fun. But like most skins and pets and in such games, you have to pay for it, and that can just suck the fun right out of it, unless you use this hack to just unlock it outright. This one might just be the mod or hack that everyone wants to get because it saves them money and ensures that they always have a new look or a pet to show off. So by all means, do it at your leisure. Number 1, block ads. This one goes out to all of the mobile users of Among Us, because if you play the game on your phone, you'll find yourself with the distinct honor of having to watch ads over and over again every single time you play. Not only does this kill the mood, it delays the next game you can play, and really, who wants that? So, if you were to use this hack, you'll be able to block the ads so that they don't go and ruin your gaming experience and continue having fun with your friends. You're already looking it up, aren't you? Yeah, we figured. So what do you think? What do you think of this look at Among Us and the various hacks and mods that have been put into it to make the game even more fun? Can you believe the creativity that has gone on within the gaming community to expand the title even more? Which of these mods or hacks do you personally want to try out? Let us know in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe, and we'll see you next time on the channel.